back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here, watch this. Shut up. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
They want to put fluoride in our water.
I'm here with
Steve Bayless.
Steve Bayless. And why are you here, man?
So I've lived in Portland all my life, and we are known for having some of the best water in the country. I just got back from the Midwest, and their water was crap. It was gross.
How'd it taste?
Like chlorine, and I know that one of the cities that I went to called Ottumwa in Iowa is one of the most fluoridated water supplies in the country at 4 parts per million, and yeah, they're pretty hurting. That city is pretty crappy. I don't know if it's the fluoride, but I'll tell you this: fluoride, what they put in the drinking water, is not some carefully controlled pharmaceutical grade substance. It's hydrofluosilicic acid, which is a byproduct of phosphate fertilizer manufacturing. It's a industrial waste pollutant, and it's a great convenient way to dispose of it by having the city pay for it.
You know, I'm so very glad you said that, and you're so right. It is not some pharmaceutical grade substance, and I've tried to go online and Google studies, provided by the fluoride companies, and here's what they do. They take the data that they use to try to convince people to allow hydrofluosilicic acid into our water is they take pure pharmaceutical grade hydrofluosilicic acid. Okay, they take that and then they add that to purified water. And then there's a chemical reaction that happens and it breaks down and turns into sodium fluoride. But here's the kicker. Okay, municipal water systems are subject to the chemistry of the water of the region, meaning that the water is not pure distilled water. It is chemically different per region. Also, various municipal water systems use different types of chemical additives to treat their water. So if they were going to do a true objective study on how hydrofluosilicic acid is going to affect the water system, they would have to use real tap water to do it. This is just based on junk science. It's completely bunk.
Fluoride has universally been debunked by mainstream science, by just about everybody who's done a legitimate, impartial study.
By all of Europe.
Yeah.
Most of Europe. Southern Ireland fluoridates, but that's because the English hate them.
Exactly.
They're basically like the underclass of Europe, like the central industrialized European countries. But the rest of Europe allow people their own informed consent. What Europe does is they put fluoride in table salt and they educate people as to, hey, there's fluoride in this table salt. So if you want to supplement your diet as a free sovereign human being, you can choose whether or not to put table salt in your food, and you can choose how much table salt to put in your food. So this violates the cornerstone of medical ethics, which is informed consent.
Exactly.
So how dare they medicate us without our consent?
Exactly. There's no it's basically forced medicating without any case history of the person being medicated. I mean,
Sure.
Talking about other countries like India and China have a large, parts of those countries have large amounts, considerable amount of mineral deposits with naturally occurring fluoride, and
Yes.
in some parts of the
Like calcium fluoride, not
Exactly.
sodium fluoride. Yes.
To the point where they've mandated to put in fluoride removal plants to remove it, because these countries have no financial or no industrial or financial incentive.
Yeah, if you go to Google right now and Google search Indian children and fluoride damage, you can find all these children with horrible bone maladies. They're actually knock-kneed where their knees face inward, and it's because of over fluoride exposure.
Exactly. The fact that this has come out of the clear blue air here in Portland,
Just randomly, just popped up out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, they
we
just
voted
announced
this down 3 times in
Yeah,
Portland over the last.
they just
30
announced a
years.
few weeks ago that there's 50 lobbying organizations. 50 that I've never heard of.
Money's changing hands here.
Yeah,
and
who knows how much money's changing hands here?
They're not being upfront. The council's not being honest, and
No.
they're clearly ignoring the will of the people.